I do not want this on record.
Beatriz Martinez says it was like a fight club in class.
I was devastated. I was like, I couldn't watch the full video.
Her daughter capturing it on camera.
I had to stop it multiple times because I didn't think it was real. I said, this must be a prank. This is not real.
Mesquite ISD says a substitute teacher allowed students to fight each other Wednesday afternoon at Kimbrough Middle School. Witnesses say she even pushed desks aside to create a space for the 12 and 13-year-olds to brawl. Some left the classroom bleeding.
And then this lady, she actually making them fight.
The district confirms the teacher outlined rules for the students to follow and even instructed one to keep watch at the door while fights took place.
I need y'all to be quiet though, because that door's open.
Substitute teachers usually get run out of the classroom or overrun by unruly children. This one just let them fight. So she's also been fired, arrested for setting up this whole thing. These were like 11, 12, 13-year-olds, I suppose, around middle school. They were allowed to fight in the middle of the classroom. Here's our culprit. She's 24 years old. Her name is Natally Garcia. 4 counts of child endangerment is what she's charged with. And she did turn herself in, at least. Apparently, she was sick of hearing them argue and said, let's just go ahead and get to it. But by the way, the school, after finding her out, busting her for this whole thing, getting rid of her, they had to have some explaining to do to maybe some of the other parents. We saw one there that had to deal with it, that her kid was recording the whole thing. But they at least want to let everyone know they're taking this very seriously and have a very personal message. Watch.
KMS and MISD share the disgust you must feel about these events.
Even if they're short-staffed, take extra precautions.
Was that like the robot talking from, I think it's the TikTok videos? You tell me, Miranda, like TikTok or one of them, Instagram, like, people type in anything they want.
I didn't even realize it was automated until I just saw. I didn't realize that the message he sent parents, they couldn't even be bothered to have a real person explain what was going on. They sent an automated message to the parents, and that is unbelievably wild and lazy. But we talk about, we have to protect the kids. We're grooming the kids and the drag queens. We literally have covered every single story where kids are in unbelievable amounts of danger. Not one of them is about a drag queen, but it's happening in school. You have teachers putting them in danger. I cannot believe this teacher decided that she was bored. She was just going to have the kids fight it out till she got bored of that, and then she was just going to go turn herself in. I mean, that's somehow not crazy and not being screamed about on, conservative media. Mm-hmm. How is that not happening?
Well, you reminded me of one big point that crossed my mind when I first saw this. There's, I was going to say serious lawmakers, unserious lawmakers that pose as serious lawmakers that are proposing that teachers should have guns in classrooms so they can protect students and themselves from would-be gunmen. Would they hand this teacher a gun with children around them because she's letting them fight? Maybe she'd hand over the gun to one of them and allow them to have a bit of a duel, because that's fine. We're going to go to the last video of how she tried to hide this whole thing. But let's go to the last graphic first, because this was the LinkedIn job posting here. Maybe this will give us some clue as to why this particular person got this job, and then why also the school doesn't seem to be too hands-on with it. But you can be part-time and no degree mentioned. But, that's the sad part. And this isn't even a shot at her or the teachers. This is the state of teaching in the country. This is how much we care about it. This is how much we invest in it. And then we end up with situations like this, kids get murdered in schools, and we're like, just give these same folks guns that we don't trust at all. But this is her trying to hide the fact. She at least had this plan in place. Watch that.
Nobody wants to fight. Not joking. I'll take your phone to the office. What I need you to do is stand by that door and hold it in case somebody comes in. This is not a joke. Be quiet.
Ready? There you go.
Jesus, man. No, that could end so much worse. I was kind of chuckling about this, but when you see that fight start to begin, it's no joke. Some kid getting hit in his face, and imagine.
They will literally hire anybody and do anything in order to not pay teachers and give them benefits. They will literally just pick anybody up with no degree, no proof of anything.
And this won't be an outrageous story because those aren't the connected and rich people's kids that are involved in these situations. Mm-hmm. As I'm trying to remember his name now, after the shooting happened out in Tennessee at that elementary school, and that legislator said, we're not going to do anything. And they asked about his kid. Oh, we homeschool our kid. What are you talking about? We're not going to let our kid be with the normies out there getting shot at and beat up. What's the matter with you? You know who I am? It's the same energy from the Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk interview. Start paying attention.